with Spencer, victim number 1. Thank you. Our next Facebook victim has asked us to remain anonymous as he had a story that almost changed his entire life. Sir, would you mind sharing us with what happened to you in your Facebook experience?
Yeah, I come home one night from hanging out with friends and decide to check Facebook before I go to bed. So I get on, looking around at, checking my messages and stuff, and I get a instant message or little pop-up thing, and it was a girl, and she said, "Hey, how do I know you?" Well, obviously I knew I didn't know her, but she was pretty cute, so I, engaged in conversation with her for a while in there. Then she told me that, "Oh wait, I'm not on my Facebook. This is my friend's Facebook." And she said, let me get on mine, accept my friend requests, and then she told me her name so I would know it was her. And so she did. She signed off, added me from her Facebook, and well, turns out the profile picture that she was on now, which she said was her, was a very pretty girl.
I bet you like that.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? Anybody likes attention from a good-looking girl.
Heard that.
Yeah, right. So, but anyway, so we continued to talk for about another 20-30 minutes, and then she proceeded to tell me that it was getting close to her bedtime and that she needed to go get off of Facebook and stuff. But she asked me if it would be all right if she called me, and me getting caught up in the moment at the time, said, "Sure, why not? You seem like," I was thinking to myself, she seems like an okay girl. What's a simple phone conversation gonna hurt, right?
Right.
So I gave her my number, and she told me where she was from, and so I was still a little worried about it. So I went and checked the area code for that, for her area, and just to make sure if it didn't match up, I wasn't going to answer because I wanted to be safe. I didn't want to get a phone call from a guy, and feel like an idiot. But so anyway, the numbers, the area code matches up, and so I answer the phone, and she was a sweet girl. We talked for a while.
A little too sweet.
Yeah, a little too sweet. She was very forward with some of the questions that she asked me. I would say 98% of the questions that she asked me, I was unprepared for, and really not at a place where I could answer those questions talking to someone for the first time. But I went ahead and answered the questions, knowing I shouldn't, and I'm sure she got tickled with that. But still seemed like decent girl.
What do you mean by forward questions?
Very personal questions that probably you wouldn't ask. You probably wouldn't ask those questions to your best friend. You know what I'm saying? So then she wanted to meet up the next day. Say, I don't know, I can't remember what she said. I think, just for the story purposes, we'll say Arby's. Okay.
Did you suggest Arby's?
Afterwards, she initiated, so let's meet up. I said, well, Arby's would be fine, it's close to the house. Something like that. So I continued to talk to her for a while. The phone conversation ended, and she said she would call me the next day after she got off work, and I said, "Oh, okay." Well, the next day rolls around. I've gone to class and stuff, and just take care of my own stuff. Wasn't really too worried about it. Wasn't thinking too much about it. I just kind of blew it off, thinking, "Yeah, right. There's no way this girl's going to call me." Well, I get back on Facebook and looked at her profile, and actually I noticed that we had a lot of friends in common, which was weird because I had never even heard of her before. And one of my best friends was actually one of those friends that we had in common. So I called him, and I asked him if he knew her, and he said, "Yeah, I know her, and you don't need to talk to her, dude. She's a stripper."
Wow.
So I don't really know what she was doing. Maybe she was networking. I don't know. But needless to say, that was a big mistake, and I'm very glad that I didn't proceed to go meet her at Arby's. And when she called me back, she did call me back when she got off work, which, worked for her. I'm not really sure what that meant. But maybe she has two jobs. But the one I did know about was the one that was threw up the red flag. And I proceeded to tell her not to ever contact me again, because I wasn't into those kind of girls.
If you had to sum up your story with a certain T-Pain song, which one would it be?
I'd probably have to go with "I'm in Love with a Stripper." That's the only one that comes to mind.
So through your experiences, did you see how Facebook can be used in negative ways and ways that manipulate people and get them to believe things that aren't true?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would you like to say anything to the audience that might protect them from attacks like these?
Yeah, I
Strippers
think,
networking?
well, I just think the biggest thing is a lot of times you let your guard down when people are attractive, or you're just not thinking, hey, it's just Facebook. How much can they really find out about somebody? But you really need to be careful on Facebook, and even us college students, 21, 22 years old, who would be smart enough not to do that, still fall into the trap and still can make stupid decisions from time to time. So it's best, in my opinion, from now on, this is what I do. If I don't know who you are, I'm not going to talk to you. It saves me time, and it's less trouble. I don't have to worry about it, and there's no sense in worrying if I'm ever going to come in contact with another stripper.
Good advice. That's all we have for today.
Is that all you need?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank y'all.
There you have it. Social networking can be a great thing to stay in touch with friends and organize events, but at the same time it is a feeding frenzy for creepy people. So only use it for the good. Don't add people you don't know or people that might be a little sketchy. Also, don't be a creeper. Nobody likes it, and I promise it will not turn out good for you in the long run. Stop and think about what you're doing. Hit yourself in the head and do things on Facebook that normal people would find acceptable. The occasional Facebook stalk is okay, but don't get carried away. All in all, use Facebook in moderation. Be smart and have fun.
Like these two.